Welcome back to Pathfinder Kingmaker. We are ready to enter the Stag Lord's fort, so let's do that, or at least have a heroic attempt at doing so. This is a rather large zone.
Guide us.
To arms!
Zombies.
Advance!
Strike as one. Contemplate on your mistakes.
Sure, they're able to contemplate on their mistakes. Zombie brain activity, as far as I'm aware, is rather limited.
To victory!
Do not hold back.
The Zombie Lord.
Repent.
Stay behind me!
He died about as easily as the other ones did and do. He has a masterwork scimitar and a regular heavy sword.
Defeat is not an option.
Sure is a lot of them here.
Unworthy.
I'm curious about this Stag Lord. Why is he not taking out zombies outside of his stronghold or whatever? Masterwork scimitar times 3. 723 gold. Wow. Silver chain, silver statuette, and some more gold. There's a pick here. It's a heavy pick. +1. Ancient ruins with signs of more recent, but likewise destroyed buildings. It seems that someone tried to settle here before the bandits. Do a quick save.
We march ahead.
And here's a Taldan warrior's dog tag. Yeah, like, this is the wall of the fortress, this Stag Lord, and he
What a surprise.
feels having that many zombies outside is a good idea. Another dog tag. It's not a very efficient leader of the region or whatever. Bandits?
Now, this is a surprise. I'm on my way to pay the Stag Lord a visit, and I don't expect it to be a friendly one. How about we go together? I'd appreciate some help during the fight.
Why did you decide to rebel against the Stag Lord?
I used my head, finally. I grew up in Restov, choking on hypocrisy. The Aldori make like these brave, noble defenders of justice. But they're afraid to do so much as bark at Shatova. The Stag Lord? He seemed different. Mighty, menacing, like a huge wave rolling toward the shore. He said he'd build a new kingdom here, and anyone brave enough to fight under his banner would get a new life. But now? Now he just sits in his fortress, drinking away and plumbing his bedroom pillows for some queen of his. Though, I can't say if she's real or just a symptom of his drunken delirium. I trusted him. In his name, I almost got Svetlana killed. The only living soul who's been kind to me. I was wrong, and I want to right that wrong with my own hands. I will free these lands of Stag Lord.
So what's your plan?
What's the plan? A fight's a fight. They'll let me and anyone with me inside the fort. No questions asked. Once we're in there, we call out the Stag Lord and tell him it's time to demonstrate his royal ambitions.
Direct attack might not be the best option. I'll look for other ways to enter the fort. Stay alert and join me when you hear the sounds of fighting.
Fine. Just don't take long.
Oh no.
Forwards.
Wretched things.
Your life ebbs low.
It's efficient. Anything up here? No. There's a dead fellow here though. Some loot. Stop! Who's there? A sentry calls out to you lazily. An obvious demonstration of how self-assured the bandits here are. Lawful good. I'm an envoy of Restov and the Sword Lords. Inform the Stag Lord that I'm here to fight him. If he's as fierce as rumors say, he'll accept my challenge. The sentry scratches the back of his head. So what, I gotta go wake up the commander? These Restovic challengers just keep coming. Make me run in, report to the commander, then clean up their corpses. Alright, fine. Just wait here. I'll go talk to the commander.
What wretched wine did you bring me? My stomach is twisting up. Did you really think I'd just fight you? Hey, idiots! Cut him up.
Running won't help you.
Oh. Take them from me.
Okay, so let's go after Aux
a waste.
and Dovan. And you can summon an Earth Elemental. And summon also an Earth Elemental.
I shall not falter.
Oh dear. You need to cast that on him. How about you move over there, and you
Let us strike
take
as
him,
one.
you move over there,
Just a little more.
You deserved it.
and then everyone focus on him.
Despicable.
This is where I stand. Strike worth a legend.
You probably should inflict some wounds on yourself. Not sure why I have you with healing potions, as they would actually harm you.
Bring it. Tear them apart.
Can you cure Caledorn and make him wake up again? Yes, you can, then go after him. You can drink one potion. And you... make that cleric sleep. Saved. Daze him then.
I can't. Oh, after so long, I learned to stand.
Staglord clutches something resembling a charm in his bloody fingers, seemingly placing the last of his hope into it. You hear a snapping sound, and then a dull sigh bursts from the Staglord's chest. Chaotic good. I know the pain. I know of the pain you've endured in your life, but that doesn't excuse the atrocities you committed.
Spare me your compassion, your judgment. I'll sleep now. I'll wait for her. My dream.
Attack!
There we go. We also get to level up. Stag Lord's Broken Charm. Savage Bow. Woodlands Aegis. Stag Helmet. Boots of Elven Kind. Lesser Braces of Archery. Cloak of Winter Veil. Wow. Agile Rapier +1. Rain Shirt +1. Ring of Protection +1. Crate Club +2. Belt of Mighty Constitution +2. Some random stuff. Composite Shortbow. A Bastard Sword +1. Breastplate +1. Wow. Yeah, that's about it.
Without a doubt.
How curious.
I should mention that the way that I did this probably isn't the best way of approaching this fight, because you can turn at least one of those people we were fighting against him. A Kukri +1. Dead Bandits, Composite Shortbow, Composite Longbow. How did all these people die? Alchemist. Composite Shortbow. Soft Cheese. Oh. Wrestle. He's dead. Masterwork, hand axes, and a studded leather +1. That's a shame. An owlbear.
Down better ones.
Do not hold up.
Owlbears are nasty business.
Won't kill me. I'll survive. I always survive.
It's how frail your flesh is.
Definitely need to rest up before we do anything else.
Yes, I'm still here.
Just letting the ink dry.
Patience.
Can't convert anymore.
State
Okay,
your
Thal,
desire.
can you stand over there?
I will not falter.
No, no.
Yes.
Sit out these.
With me. strike as one.
They go down!
Perfect.
My strength fades.
They're all exhausted. Masterwork Club. Of all strange things. Composite short bows.
My search was not in vain.
Those.
Would you look at that?
Trap.
I am prepared
I'm
to
sorry.
meet my end. Are
Summon
you?
dog.
Do not hold back.
You know, it's probably not a good idea to stand in the campfire, but if you feel like that's a good idea, then be my guest. How do we get over there? Okay, so all around the area then. Regular great axe? Don't think I'll bother with that. Food.
We will prevail. We shall overcome.
He's right.
Look at me, Gorum!
Repent.
Here we go.
My strength fades.
Yes, we're aware. We also really need to sell.
You see that?
Some of the goods are stained with blood. It's not hard to guess the sad fate of their owners.
Blood for Gorum!
Okay.
Bring it! Stay behind me!
Attack!
Resting in peace, don't you
I
think?
don't know if this encumbrance affects us very negatively. Milk. And there was this thing over here.
I failed. I'm sorry.
Your wish granted.
And then she manages. Wand of Vanish and an amulet of natural armor +1. Save.
My strength fades.
Our
Yes.
path leads on. Defeat is not an option.
You deserved it. Please. What a miserable chapter.
That works.
I'm hungry. When we stop?
Nothing of particular interest. Ferocious wolf.
Running won't help you!
No.
Any last wishes? I'm writing you out of our story.
Unworthy.
Skin and collect. You really have to go all the way around there? So these logs... It seems that bandits wanted to build heavy fortifications here. Move the boxes.
Unexpected result.
Get access to these two.
Applause, please.
Local resistance. Nice. And a glaive +1. Also nice. 3 rice. And potions and gold.
I will guide us.
Anything else?
Thank you. I think that's about it. Guess we should do the level up. Come on. I want to go inside. I seem to recall there's a trap here, yes.
Like surprises.
I see something. Applause, please. Applause, please.
Empty wine bottles cover the floor, the ones from the Thorn River bandit camp among them. The one with poison, that is.
Anything else?
Punching dagger +1, and a padded armor +1. Horseshoe and gold coins. Scale and gold.
Applause, please.
Or random loot. That. Light hammer +1.
What's that?
You couldn't see that? That's interesting.
Applause, please.
And more loot. The luxurious bed is untouched. It seems that it hasn't been slept in for some time. Here's the secret overlords, the essence of the world order. You can read if you want to. And then we have The Great Debates by Valyra Ilio. You can read that as well if you want to. And here we have The Legend of the Pathfinder by Aaron Rorvey. I think we have seen this before since you've already scrolled down. Feel free if you want to read. Here we have the
What a surprise!
Prodigal Sons. So you can read that if you want to.
Anything else?
Someone captured some eggs. Finding stone and some coin.
We will prevail!
Please.
Your
Okay.
life ebbs low.
Didn't expect him to want to fight with us. Fine. He has... Oh, Nugra the Druid, the insane father of the Stag Lord. Okay. He has a note. Nugra's crumpled note. He calls to her again, his queen. He drinks, he calls to her, he drinks again. I have no idea who she is. I can't even tell if she exists outside his own drunken vision. But I know he'll call to her and then he'll crash around angrily, yelling that she didn't come. Then he'll come for me. I obey the rules, I do as he says, I keep silent until he allows me to speak, but he still beats me every time he drinks and rages. He said he'll burn my hands in acid next time. Will I still be able to write? It ends. Hide armor +2, masterwork club. And then there's a chest that we can store things in. The exit to the fort backyard looks abandoned. It seems that bandits rarely use it.
Without a doubt.
Let's go outside and put down camp. Actually, let's level before we before we rest. So first of all, let's level up Caledorn. Sorcerer, level 5. Ability, persuasion, and Lindsay's better at knowledge world than he is. Let's take knowledge arcana. Feet. Take greater spell focus, conjuration. Spells. It's a harder one. I guess Burning Hands could be cool. Level 2. Take Scorching Ray. Yep. That's Caledorn leveled up.
A rest would be welcome.
Yes, we will be able to rest soon. Now, Valerie, 1 level fighter, athletics or nature. As for feet, field focus.
We should gather our strength.
Yes. Then we have Lindsay. Bard, of course. Let's give her that. As for the last skill point, really that necessary? Let's put it in stealth. And then let's give her precise shot. As for spell, let's take mirror image.
Resting would be nice.
Amiri can get a level of barbarian. With the usual ones. As for her ability, let's take outflank. And Harim. Cleric, of course. And take law, religion, and perception. Let's give him outflank as well. Oh. We can't take outflank on him yet. Well, then we'll take armor focus instead. Heavy armor. Complete. And then finally Jathal. Visitor. Athletics, trickery, knowledge arcana, perception. I guess mobility. And for Jathal, we want to take... can you take outflank? No, not yet. Let's give you blind fight then. Blind fight is always a useful feat to have. As for traps, no. that was my brain reading pine traps. As for spells, move paralysis. Aid. Castigate. You compel the target to beg for forgiveness. Bone Shaker, I think. Not that I expect us to use her spells other than for curing herself with the inflict spells. Now let's use the camp and have a little nap. Cannot hunt here. Oh, that's fine. Oh, we can't sleep at all. Then never mind. Just leave the area instead then. Dum-de-da. Here we are. They can't run because they are... Oh, geez. Okay, so we need to drop a few things. We don't need leather armor. Let's have a look at the various items people have. You have a full plate +1. You have a leather armor +2. However, the hide armor is good, but it has 20 arcane spell failure chance, which is not good. Didn't we get That's not too bad. I thought we got a studded leather. Yeah, but it also has 15, so then the Woodlands Aegis would be better. And Amiri, you're wearing a chainmail. This one is better than that for you. Then again, so is this. To 18. Karin, you're wearing a half plate +1. Wow, that's a lot of armor. And you're wearing a regular chainmail. So this one is better. This is also a regular chainmail, so we can drop that. Almost down to the... so as soon as we drop this, we should be good. Five, 4, 4, 2, 6, 7. So 7 + 1, 6 + 2, 4 max dexterity, 3 max dexterity. This one is fine then. And drop this, and we should now be able to travel. Perfect. Just a quick look to see that we didn't... I'll pause while I... And there was nothing, so we can just leave.
A rest would be welcome.
Indeed, that's exactly what we'll do.
I miss a good fight. I want to hit somebody so hard my fists are itching.
You didn't get enough fighting in there? Wow. Okay, so now we need to head back to Oleg's trading post. I think we'll go... Why do you want to go all the way around there? That doesn't even make sense.
I'm hungry. When we stop?
I guess we need to rest again soon. Yep.
Your religion is insane. How could you pray to someone who wants to kill us all?
Crotus does not want anything. This pathetic world will come to an end one way or another. My god just patiently waits for that day. His path is patience and humility in the face of the inevitable.
Very curious religion, that. No. I'm just mapping out the roads that we haven't seen yet, in case you were wondering.
Strength fades.
I will rest at the trading post. Valerie catches up with you near the trading post and touches you on the shoulder. Caledorn, can I talk to you? Now that the Stag Lord is defeated, you rightfully own the stolen lands. Jamandi Aldori will endorse you and grant you the Baron's title. The girl looks at you with interest and a little apprehension. What will you do when you sit on the throne, Caledorn? Please don't say you haven't thought about it. Whatever happens, I hope you are beside me. I appreciate your help, and I appreciate you yourself, Valerie. Valerie carefully studies your face for a long time, as if trying to find something. Finally, she gives you a soft smile and shakes her head. I would put down any other man who would say this, but not you. I'm sure you value me, my support, and my military talent. Dr. Oleg, a fine day to you. The Stag Lord is gone. We found his fortress and sent the villain to oblivion. Oleg looks at you with respect bordering on admiration. And good riddance. Maybe now we'll be able to actually live in the stolen lands rather than just surviving. Oleg sighs. Without a doubt, more people will flock here now. It'll surely boost trade, but all the noise they'll bring with them. Well, that's none of your concern. I bet you can't wait to return to Restov and report your great victory. Christopher waits. I plan to set off right away. The fog seems to be thinning, but we should wait until it burns off completely. In the meantime, I'll gather some supplies for your journey to make sure you can enjoy your trip back to Restov.
A rest would be welcome.
Good work. Nice to see I haven't lost my intuition for people. Not many would have managed to set out to the stolen lands and return with the Stag Lord's head, but I knew you could handle it. Congratulations are in order. Today, you'll receive the title of Baron before the High Society of Restov, and even Natala Sertova personally. God's bless her. Tomorrow, you'll be able to return to the stolen lands if you wish, but this time as a ruler.
Nice.
But matters of state can wait. For now, enjoy this feast in your honor. All the city leaders are here. It's a great opportunity to make some useful connections. Speaking of connections, let me introduce you to Casil Aldori. He's my adopted son and apprentice. He's a trustworthy man. I'd like to send him with you as an envoy.
Casil, a young half-orc with impeccable poise, performs a textbook-perfect bow. Jamandi, just what kind of game are you playing? I think I have the right to know.
Yes, you certainly have that right. But tell me, how well do you know Brevoy's history or the current political atmosphere? It won't be an easy explanation.
What do I need to know about the history of Brevoy?
What's now called Brevoy was originally 2 different countries, Rostland and Isia. 200 years ago, they were stuck in constant squabbles. Then, Coral the Conqueror showed up and united the 2 states into one. Such diplomatic tricks are easy to manage when you have dragons at your disposal.
Yeah.
The so-called noble houses of Brevoy, mainly Surtova, Orlovsky, and Lebeda, once ruled over Isia. We, the Aldori, ruled Rostland. The royal house Rogarvia, founded by Coral the Conqueror, forced us into obedience. But 200 years isn't long enough to make peace with such a troubled history. Even 2,000 years wouldn't be enough for us to accept Isian rule. Brevoy is a country held together by a thread, and that thread grows ever weaker.
What do I need to know about the current political atmosphere?
We, the Aldori and the great noble houses, spent 200 years under the rule of invaders, the royal house Rogarvia. We plotted, we schemed, we stabbed each other in the back, but open confrontation was out of the question. But a few years ago, House Rogarvia disappeared. No one knows how or why, but one day, their manors were just empty, and the force that held Brevoy together, that kept us from a bloody feud, ceased to be. Brevoy is currently ruled by the House Surtova, the former kings of Isia, but their power pales in comparison to that of House Rogarvia when they were here. So now, Surtova and Aldori stand facing each other, staring each other in the eye, waiting for the other to draw their sword. It's an untenable situation. No one wants a civil war that would drown Brevoy in blood, but peace between us is also out of the question.
And what role do I play in your plans?
Rostland wants to regain its independence, and we will regain it. The power the Isians hold over us is humiliating and costly, and the Surtovas won't give us our freedom without a fight. That is, unless there is some external power that can force everyone to sit down and talk. Do you see where this is going?
Interesting.
The stolen lands are disputed territory. Brevoy can't appropriate them without raising protests from each of the neighboring states. However, if some brave people were to found independent states on that land, it would be another matter entirely. My hope is that you and your future neighbors, Baron Hannes Drelev and Captain Maegor Varn, will become our allies. But even your neutrality would introduce a powerful counterbalance to the aggression of the noble houses. Maybe, with your help, the inevitable division of Brevoy can occur without too much pain.
Don't the Sword Lords have any other foreign allies capable of playing this role?
We hope to get some help from the Maivani Aldori, the descendants of the Sword Lords who have fled from Coral's rage to build a new nation in the south. But the Isians know this well, and are doing everything they can to deny us this help. I won't go into details, but if my intelligence is correct, if a civil war starts in Brevoy, Maivan will be too occupied with its own inner troubles to interfere.
And what part does Restov play in this game?
Restov is a free city, proud of its independence from everyone, including the Aldori Sword Lords. But when it comes to Rostland's liberation, our goals align. This whole plan is our joint creation with Lord Mayor Yosef Selimius.
If Natala is already here, why did she let you grant me the title?
Actually, she could still intervene and disrupt the proceedings. But she's a Surtova. Their games are always complex and multi-layered. They're always looking for ways to turn defeat into victory. If she's decided to allow you to become a Baron, it means she already has some idea of how she can turn it to her benefit. Let's consider how she could do so. Maybe she understands that Rostland will inevitably separate and she doesn't want a war. In that case, new states in the stolen lands give the Isians a reason to sit down and talk without losing face. But that's an optimistic view. And truth be told, it doesn't quite match up with what we've come to expect from the Sertovas. The more likely scenario is that Natala wants to win you over to her side. If war breaks out and at least one of you stabs us in the back, Rostland will be surrounded by enemies. That might be enough to bring about our downfall. But you would fall first, and your newly formed states would be left in ruin. The Isians always like to have someone around to pull their chestnuts out of the fire for them. A piece of friendly advice? Don't do business with House Sertovas, no matter what promises they make you. Any deal with the noble houses is a deal with devils.
What happens next?
How should I know? We're in the middle of a big game. And today, you move from being merely a piece on the board to being one of the players.
Thank you for the explanation.
I hope you have a better understanding of what's at stake.
Do you already know about my encounter with Tatuccio?
Of course. Keston gave me a full report. You dealt with the scoundrel perfectly. It would be naive to think that none of your neighbors will try to stick their hands in your affairs. Especially that sly fox Iravetti.
Thank you. I'm going to go speak with the guests.
Enjoy your evening. When you're ready for the official part, come to me.
And with that, I think we shall end the episode. So thank you all so very much for joining me, and I will see you all next time.